All right, for the special news brief, we're going to decode a digital moment you see all the time but probably never really think about. Let's just dive right in.
Oh, you know this screen. We've all been there. You're trying to get to a website and boom, you get paused. Just a moment. It feels like a roadblock, right? A little bit of friction. But here's the thing. What if that tiny pause is actually a high-stakes security check happening right inside your browser? What is really going on here? So first things first, we've got to completely reframe what that pause is. It's not a bug, it's not a delay, it's an active checkpoint. And what it's checking for, well, that's the key to this whole thing.
Yeah, that's the crucial point. That moment is a real-time security check. Think of it less like a red light and more like a bouncer at a club. They're quickly checking your ID, making sure you're a real person and not some troublemaker trying to crash the party.
But why? Why does the internet even need these digital bouncers in the first place? To get that, you have to understand the invisible threat that makes this whole process absolutely necessary.
Believe it or not, every single second of every day, the internet is a total battleground. On one side, you've got websites trying to serve pages to real people, like you. And on the other side, there is this relentless army of automated programs, bots, that are up to no good.
And this is where you see the huge difference. A human, that's you. You browse a site thoughtfully. You click a link. You read. You scroll. But a bot? It just hammers the website with thousands of requests a second. Bam, bam, bam. It's trying to crash the site or scrape every last bit of data it can grab. That is the enemy this checkpoint is built to stop.
So how in the world does a website tell a person from a program in like a fraction of a second? It all comes down to this really clever process that we can call the digital handshake.
The idea is super simple, but it's also kind of profound. Before you get access, the website looks at your browser and says, "Prove to me you're not a bot." And this whole thing has to happen almost instantly.
The process itself is it's beautiful. So first, the website issues a challenge. It's like a tiny, invisible puzzle that a simple bot just can't figure out. Second, your browser, without you lifting a finger, uses its own tools to solve it. And finally, boom, it sends the correct answer back as proof. Handshake complete.
So what are these magical built-in tools that make it all happen? Well, the clue is often right there on the page. It really all comes down to two key pieces of tech, JavaScript and cookies. Let's start with JavaScript. Think of JavaScript as the action hero here. It's the programming language that gives your browser the ability to do stuff, to think, to calculate, to solve that invisible puzzle the website just sent over. It's basically the brain that passes the test.
And then you've got cookies. So if JavaScript is the brain doing the work, a cookie is the memory. It's this tiny little data file that the website gives your browser after you pass the test. It works just like a digital ID card. So the next time you visit, your browser just flashes its ID, and you get through that checkpoint even faster.
Okay, so once JavaScript and cookies have done their jobs, it all leads up to the all-clear signal, the moment your browser proves it's the real deal. And there it is, those two magic words, verification successful. That's it. That's the confirmation. The digital handshake is done, the bouncer has waved you through, and now you're officially recognized as a legit user.
And the speed here is it's wild. This entire handshake, this whole security check, it's all happening in tenths of a second. It's literally faster than a blink. Once you're verified, your now trusted request goes to the server. That's what that last part of the message, waiting for to respond, actually means. The security part is over, and now you're just in the normal queue for the page to load.
So let's bring it all home. Let's talk about why this tiny, almost unnoticeable wait actually matters so much for the health of, well, the entire internet. Because that little moment is a massive defense mechanism. It's what keeps websites from getting totally overwhelmed and crashing from bot attacks. It stops those malicious programs from stealing data, and really, at the end of the day, by keeping the bad guys out, it makes sure that when you get to the site, it's fast, stable, and secure. For you, a real person.
So, the next time you see that just a moment screen, remember what you're really looking at. It's not a bug, it's not a delay, it is a shield silently protecting the websites you use every day and making sure the digital world stays open and safe for all of us.
And that kind of leaves us with a really fascinating question, doesn't it? As AI makes these malicious bots smarter and way harder to spot, this invisible battle is only going to get more intense. So what will the next generation of this digital handshake look like? What will it have to do to keep us safe? Definitely something to think about.